Welcome to the reading. If this reading found you, then there's a message here for you, or perhaps someone you know. You have found the exit. Before I start with the cards, I was channeling a few numbers. The first one is 757, and I got it 7 times. And it encourages us to trust our intuition, pursue higher knowledge, and to follow our spiritual path with confidence. I also got 123. I got it 9 times. And besides progress or growth, I also got it's about taking initiative, seeking balance, and finding creative ways of expressing yourself, as well as it encourages you to align your thoughts, words, and actions to bring your desires into fruition. I also got 101. I got it 8 times. Now, this is kind of peculiar. I usually get, back to the basics, 101, whatnot. So this time, this 101 makes me think of a song sung in a round. Like, for example, the one that popped in my head was There Was an Old Man Named Michael Finnegan. He had whiskers on his chin again. They grew out and then in again. Poor old Michael Finnegan begin again. Okay. Don't know how that's going to fit, but we'll see. Um, okay, so I also got 1111 and I got it 7 times. And it's a reminder to be present in this moment because it's a gift. Okay, I also got 242, and this one I looked up and it was read out loud, and none of the others were. So I also got it 6 times, and it said, You will soon find success if you balance your life and believe in yourself. Okay. And the last one is 131. I got it 5 times. And it's about new opportunities and having confidence in your abilities. So lots of confidence here. All right. So the song is by Ani DeFranco, and it's called As Is. And the part that popped into my head goes, 'Cause when I look around, I think this is good enough. And I try to laugh at whatever life brings. 'Cause when I look down, I just miss all the good stuff. And when I look up, I just trip over things. And then it goes on to say, and I've got no illusions about you. Guess what? I never did. When I said I'll take it, I meant as is. Okay, so what's funny is this kind of came to me right after I had awoken from a dream. And the dream was that I had just moved into a new apartment and I was taking care of my cat, ShamWow, and I had somehow rescued a young raccoon and I was puppy sitting. Okay. And I remembered it was complete chaos. Like I had someone come over, I don't know why, maybe for a reading or some kind of appointment. And yeah, it was chaos, but I was holding it down, and needless to say, my heart was full to bursting with love. So, what I'm gathering from this is I'm pretty sure the dream is kind of part of the message, but we'll see what the cards have to say. But personally, it feels like a message of unconditional love, either God's love for us or the love that we have for those that we take care of, or those who were dependent on us. Okay. Rescues, if you will. Now, a book is coming to mind called Perfect Love, Imperfect Relationships by John Wellwood. So it's a great book. I suggest everyone in the world read it. But it kind of ties in with the as is concept and unconditional love. All right, so without further ado, let's see what we have here. We have the Hierophant. Very cool. We have the Six of Pentacles. All right. We have Eagle with Mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the wind of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. That's a cool card. We have the Hummingbird with Miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Very cool. I'm loving that those are upright. All right, we have Keeper of Trust, reversed. Interesting. All right, getting messages. We have the Split Gill with Adapt. Alrighty. And we have the Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. Okie dokie. And we have the Bat. That's funny. The Frog Spirit was reversed and looked okay, and then the Bat Spirit is upright but looks reversed. Anyway, it's a rebirth is assured. All right. Interesting. Okay. We'll start with the Eagle. Yes. Okay. So with Mastery, I'm getting confidence, okay? Because when we've mastered something, we are like an expert at it. We exude confidence that we know what we're doing, right? Okay, so that was 757. Oh, interesting. Higher knowledge, because they soar so high. And following your spiritual path with confidence. Okay. I'm also getting 242, I believe. You'll find success if you balance your life, believe in yourself, and confidence. Where was the other confidence? Well, okay, believing in yourself. There we go. Okay. And then 131, having confidence in your abilities. All right. Now, I'm also kind of picking up a Eight of Pentacles vibe from this, which represents dedication, focus, diligently working at something until you've mastered it, right? Now, what's kind of funny is DBT is popping up for me, which is dialectical behavior therapy. And specifically, the building mastery skill it's a vital tool for enhancing emotional resilience and fostering a sense of accomplishment. Okay. All right. That's interesting that that came up. Okay. Now, with this Hierophant, it's all about the queen bee, okay, which I'm feeling is an association with God, spirit, source, the creator, if you will, because she creates all the drones, all the babies. And she's, the ruler of the hive, and God is the ruler of the earth hive, if you will. Okay. I'm also being called to say, and this, okay, there is only ever one queen bee per hive, right? You'll never find two queen bees in the same hive, like working together. And I'm also hearing a rose called by any other name is still a rose. So call her, him, it, whatever you want. But I feel we're all talking about the same thing, the same energy. God, source, creator. Okay. So now I'm hearing the unconditional love that we feel for others is the same. Oh, and coming from the spirit of creator in each of us. Okay. Okay, that kind of makes sense now. I hope it does for you. Okay, so now this Six of Pentacles, funny that it should pop out. It talks about helping and supporting, like the dream that I had. And the story in this book totally makes me think of the giving tree, especially with this depiction, because it's an old rotted tree that's sprouting new life, right? Okay, so now I'm hearing God is the tree giving us what we need to live in this human form. Okay, for example, we are given challenge to grow through, right? And guidance along our paths. 757, I think. Okay. So, okay. So, okay, what I'm getting from this is 242, actually. You'll find your miracles if you believe in what you're doing. And I'm also getting if what you are doing or you're aligning yourself with brings you joy. Okay. Okay, now I'm hearing an explanation of this. Because if you are not joyful, you can't bring joy to the party, right? If you're miserable with your circumstances, you're going to exude miserable energy, right? So we put out what we are, and that's what we get back from the universe. So be what you want. Okay, now I'm hearing be the change that you want to see in the world. Interesting. And I'm also noticing we have a bunch of flying creatures here with the eagle, the honeybee, the hummingbird, and the bat. It's interesting array of flying creatures. Okay, so with this Keeper of Trust, I'm definitely getting the 757. And with it being reversed, this may be an area to work on. Trusting your intuition, trusting you're on your spiritual path, you're in your purpose, and being confident about what you're doing. Okay. Okay, so, and this kind of ties in with this mastery card. So when, okay, a specific example is coming to mind. like I was having a conversation with my friend, and they're in from out of town, and they visited my town before, but names have changed on certain big places, landmarks that they remember. And I was trying to explain to them the name is different, but it's the same place, it's the same building. And they were like, no, 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 it's next to it, it's not the same building. And I'm like, do you see another major building, like a huge building next to this building? Or no, you don't, because it's the same building. And I said it with confidence because I'm a local. I know my town. So when we build mastery, we know what we're talking about, and we can exude this confidence, and we can trust what we're saying. Okay, so like if I had doubted what I was saying, I wouldn't have said it as confidently, I guess is where I'm going with this. So the more trust you have in who you are, what you stand for, the more confidence you'll exude, and the more mastery you'll have, I guess. Okay. All right. I hope that wasn't too confusing. Okay, so now I'm getting with this split gill. And actually, it's kind of funny. As soon as these popped out face up, as soon as I saw this frog, I thought adaptation. And I'll explain that in a minute. But with this adapt, I'm getting the balance again. 1, 2, 3, and 242. And okay, so like the best example I can come up with is like when you're on a bicycle and you're balancing, making slight adjustments helps you keep your balance, right? But if you overcorrect and go to extremes, you'll fall. So this split gill is it is edible and used medicinally, so it's helpful to those who consume it. It's a tie into the Six of Pentacles, and it's also found on every continent all year except Antarctica, which not a whole lot grows there. And it survives because of how adaptable they are with the cycles of nature and their environment. Okay, now I'm actually hearing Finnegan again. 101. Okay, cycles. There's a beginning, there's a cycle, and then it begins again, right? And so they don't like, for example, they don't wither and die when there's a dry spell, because they have adaptations that help them cling to the water that they have, and they kind of shut down. Now I'm actually getting alligators, I think. Like when the weather gets cold, they kind of go into hibernation, kind of like bears. So it's about adapting to the cycles of nature, because they happen in cyclical nature, right? And the environment that we're in. Because a mushroom can't just pack up and go to another environment. Okay. So, and then with the frog spirit, I'm getting less of clear the clutter, but I'm getting this adaptation repeated, essentially. And the reason I get that from the frog is because I used to, when I was in my younger years, my roaring 20s, if you will, I was obsessed with frogs. Now, if you hadn't noticed, I'm kind of obsessed with rabbits. but I was really into frogs, collected all kinds of frogs, and I'd heard or read somewhere that they're very adaptable, and like in circumstances where they don't have like enough um, uh, men and women to procreate, they'll just like adapt and like turn into the other sex that's needed to procreate. I think that's how it went. I may be misquoting. It was a long time ago. Um, but that's kind of what I was getting from this frog. And yeah, okay. So now with this bat spirit, I'm also getting the 101 again. Um, the cyclical nature, the round, the rebirth, beginning again. Um, okay, so with this cyclical spinning nature of life as we know it, with the song as is, I'm kind of getting the status quo is always changing, right? Nothing is actually fixed. Okay, now bear with me. And I'm speaking universally, like literally, the whole universe is expanding all the time and spinning. And so, as is changing and growing as we speak. Um, oh, okay, yeah. Like the building that my friend was trying to tell me was a different building. It's not this different building, it's just changed, adapted um, to the new age. So, trust your path, trust what's in your heart, trust you're being guided. Um, and now I'm actually getting the footsteps poem, or I forget where it's from or who came up with it, but it's about I was walking in the sand and I was in trouble and I only saw one set of footsteps, and God said that's when I was carrying you. Okay. So trust that your new beginning is on its way. Checks in the mail. You can count on it. Um, and Spirit, Source, Creator's love for us is unconditional. Um, as long as we're doing our part, growing, and adapting with the cycles of life, we can't go wrong. All right. I think that might be it. All right. I hope this message finds who it's meant for. I hope you were able to follow along, because I was kind of, uh, um, it's not as organized as I would have liked, but hey, I trust Spirit will get this where it needs to be. And with that being said, if you like the way I read, I truly appreciate all your guys' love, the comments, the shares, the subscribes, the likes. It's all awesome, means the world to me. And I guess I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.